Hey everybody, this is Dalvin. I'm here with my father Vildan, and we're here to make a video talking about the 2024 Stanley Cup Playoffs first round predictions. Now, we actually made this video yesterday, but we made a mistake in the bracket, a couple mistakes with the brackets, so we apologize. So we're going to redo this video as quickly as we can. So in the Eastern Conference, you have two teams, the first two teams, the New York Rangers and the Washington Capitals. As you know, the New York Rangers are the President's Trophy winners this year, so I have them winning in 5 games. How about you?
As you see, Rangers fan last 30 years, so definitely Rangers.
Yeah, so I have the Rangers winning in 5 games against the Capitals in the first bracket. So, it should be an interesting matchup, but I don't see Washington outdoing the Rangers. I'm pretty sure New York's going to win this matchup. And the next two teams are the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Islanders, and I have the Islanders winning in 6 games. How about you?
Well, I also think Islanders will win, and in my opinion they will go very far. Islanders, in my opinion, will go to the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, ever since Patrick Waugh took over the Islanders, they've been a whole new team. They have some swagger, some grit, some toughness, and they've been having winning streaks as well, so they could be really dangerous in the playoffs. So yeah, I have Islanders beating Carolina in 6 games. The next matchup is the Florida Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is the Battle of Florida. And I'll tell you quickly my analysis here. I have the Florida Panthers winning in 5 games. I don't think this will be a long series. I think Tampa Bay will lose in 5 games, and I think Florida is a much superior team, especially right now in the playoffs. How about you?
Same. I believe Florida Panthers will go in the next round.
Yeah, Florida's going to be dangerous this playoffs. Watch out for them. And yeah, the final matchup, which is the most personal to me in the Eastern Conference, the one I can connect with the most, is the Boston Bruins versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. And you know, I really think this year the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to exercise their demons against Boston. They had failures for many past playoff failures against Boston, but I think this year they will beat them, and they will beat them in 6 games. How about you?
Well, I don't agree with this. I think curse is going to continue for the year 57, and Boston is going to eliminate Maple Leafs again.
It's always interesting when these two meet up because it's really emotional and intense. It's always close, but it's usually 6 or 7 games at the very most, but at the very least.
And usually Leafs losing.
We'll see what happens this year, though. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Western Conference, where it gets really exciting. So the first matchup in the bracket we have here is the Dallas Stars versus the Vegas Golden Knights. And I'll tell you quickly my analysis here. I have the Dallas Stars winning in 6 games. I think they're a much more complete team this year. They learned from past failures in the playoffs, and I think they're going to have an amazing playoffs, the Dallas Stars. And I don't see Vegas beating them in the first round. I think Dallas will win in 6 games. How about you?
Well, I think opposite. Vegas always dangerous team, and this is especially now 1 against 8, and I think Vegas will eliminate Dallas. I'm voting for Vegas.
I just think Dallas is a little more hungrier this year, but I respect your opinion. So next matchup we have, next bracket, is the Winnipeg Jets versus the Colorado Avalanche. And I have the Colorado Avalanche winning in 6 games. You know, they were Stanley Cup champions not too long ago, the Colorado Avalanche. They have that same core, and I think they're a little hungry this year. I know Winnipeg had a better season than them overall, I think, but I think Colorado will beat them in 6 games because of the experience they have. What about you?
Well, they met 3 times in this season, and Winnipeg beat them 3-0 basically. And I believe Winnipeg is my dark horse, and I believe Winnipeg will also go to the final, play New York Islanders, and win Stanley Cup. So definitely Winnipeg.
Okay, and the next matchup we have is another Canadian team, and it's the Edmonton Oilers versus the LA Kings. Now, I'll tell you, I think this is going to be a very, very interesting series. It's going to be very close and tough. But for some reason, you know, LA lost in, I think, the past 2 times they went up in the playoffs. I think LA lost to the Edmonton Oilers both times. So I think LA is a little hungry for revenge. And something tells me they want to surprise them for some reason in the first round. So I have LA Kings beating the Oilers in 6 games. How about you?
I still believe that Edmonton will go to the first round, so I'm opposite. I believe Edmonton will go to the second round.
Very interesting. And the final matchup we have in the Western Conference here is the Vancouver Canucks versus the Nashville Predators. Now, this is going to be a very intense matchup. It's going to be very close. It's going to come down to the very end. But I believe Nashville will win in 7 games. Something about this Nashville team just seems very mysterious to me this year, and I think when they face Vancouver in the playoffs, I think they have a bit more playoff experience and a little. I think they're a more grittier and tougher team overall. So I think Nashville will win in 7 games against Canucks. What about you?
I don't know how many games, but I also predict Nashville winning this series. So Nashville in the second round.
And just to ask you, what's your dark horse for this playoff? Which team do you think might surprise or be unexpected or might do something magical, like a Cinderella run?
Well, I mentioned already both New York Islanders and Winnipeg Jets, but I believe Winnipeg Jets will win Stanley Cup.
I think dark horse for me might be definitely Nashville, and I think Nashville will be a dark horse this year because they had before the season ended, they had one of the longest, best streaks in the NHL. They won many games. Overall, they're a much tougher team. So yeah.
But your final is Dallas, Toronto.
And that's the next question. What do you think will be the final for the 2024 NHL Stanley Cup Finals? What's your prediction for the 2024?
I already said New York Islanders versus Winnipeg Jets.
New York Islanders versus the Winnipeg Jets. And my prediction is the Dallas Stars versus the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Fair.
So this is our analysis of the first round of the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. Please let us know who are you supporting, which team might win, and what might happen. Do you think the playoffs will be exciting? Do you think it'll be predictable or unpredictable? This is Dalvin and Vildan signing out, and I hope you guys enjoy the playoffs. It should be some fun times. Take care.
Thank you.